Dear shareholder, let me begin on a personal note. It has been a difficult year for me. I know of no son or daughter who hasn't suffered from the death of a mother or father. But when your father was Rahul Bajaj, it becomes something else altogether. For long, the chairman, and more recently the chairman emeritus of your company, my father was a unique and special person. Everyone who worked with him knew of his pinpointed focus on details. People across the country lauded him for being fearless and outspoken. His courage in honestly speaking his convictions was second to none, as was his generous ability to accept his mistakes. He was a supremely confident human being. But within that enormous confidence of his, he was truly compassionate and caring, not just to his family, but to all those whose lives he touched. More than being my father, he was my mentor, counselor, and friend. I could go on, but he would have emphatically disallowed any more of this emotional content. I can see him chiding me by saying, "This is the chairman's letter, not a public obituary." So in deference to him, let me move on to the consolidated performance of your company. For the financial year 21-22, number of new loans booked was 24.7 million. Customer franchise grew by 19% to 57.6 million. Assets under management or AUM increased by 29% to 1,97,452 crore. Total income grew 19% to rupees 31,640 crore, while NII rose 27% to rupees 21,892 crores. Impairment of financial instruments decreased to 4,803 crore, while profit before tax increased by 59% to around 9,500 crore. Profit after tax grew by 59% to rupees 7,028 crore. Our capital adequacy ratio as on 31st March 22 was 27.22%, with Tier 1 adequacy at 24.75%, well beyond RBI norms. Your company is now a 35-year-old enterprise. It has become a leading player in the NBFC sector in India. Given your company's strong and sustainable growth trajectory, I thought I will briefly delve into the elements of the core culture that defines it. In my assessment, they are resilience, agility, embracing positivity, and long-term focus. Your company displayed significant resilience in dealing with various external shocks in recent years, be it the 3 consecutive COVID-19 waves, the macroeconomic slowdown that predated COVID, or the fundamental changes in the industry we belong to. Through these shocks, your company demonstrated tremendous grit and financial strength and took all necessary actions without damaging any aspect of its business model or its financial position. Your company prides itself in being agile. The focus on agility and speed were key to aligning rapidly to the pandemic and then to the post-pandemic shifts in customer preferences and expectations. The pandemic has made your company even more nimble and responsive than ever before. Culturally, your company embraces positivity in everything it does and takes actions to make the best of any situation. This positive attitude helped your company navigate one of the biggest crises of the last century, that's COVID, successfully. This attitude enabled your company to rapidly revert to pre-COVID metrics across growth, debt management efficiencies, portfolio quality, and profitability while maintaining a strong capital position. Finally, we are committed to building businesses for the long term. To us, building businesses for the long term are anchored on 4 key principles, namely customer obsession, innovative and sustainable growth, responsible business conduct, and the highest standards of governance. Ultimately, it is the employees who practice these cultural traits on an everyday basis. We remain committed to creating an environment that fosters these cultural traits and creates a dynamic workplace for our employees. As we grow larger as a company, we remain deeply committed to preserve our key cultural traits of resilience, agility, positivity, and long-term focus. It will ensure that we continue to deliver strong and sustainable growth for years to come. Let me now focus on 4 key issues. Digitization to create what we call an integrated omni-channel strategy across your company. Our risk management and portfolio quality. The impressive performance of your company's wholly owned subsidiary, Bajaj Housing Finance or BHFL. And the growth and potential of Bajaj Financial Securities or Bajaj Finserv, which is another wholly owned subsidiary of your company. Bajaj Finance is an extensively digitized enterprise. In the financial services industry, your company was an early mover to transit to digital processes, from physical to phygital and then to digital. We believe that each customer is our critical asset and they can be best served by a fully digitalized omni-channel strategy. This omni-channel model integrates your company's entire slew of products and services to customers. It will deliver superior business velocity, eliminate undue friction, reduce operational costs, and enable BFL to become a single point interface for its customers. You will get to know more details of the nuts and bolts of this omni-channel strategy in the chapter on management discussion and analysis. The keys to success of a financial services enterprise are risk management and superior portfolio quality. It is not an exaggeration on my part to say that your company has a best-in-class risk management system that encompasses credit risks, liquidity risks, operational risks, market risks, and interest rate risks. These have been buttressed by a significantly improved debt management system, more so after the advent of COVID. In addition, having the rich experience of lending to more than 57 million customers, your company continuously diversifies risk across its borrowers, its product categories, and its geographies, and does so regularly in a granular data-driven way. I am particularly proud of the performance of Bajaj Housing Finance. For an enterprise that formally started its lending operations from July 2017, it already has assets under management of over 53,000 crore through its home loans, loans against property, lease rental discounting, developer financing, and a dedicated vertical servicing rural and MSME customers. FY22 saw BHFL earning a total income of Rs 3,767 crore, in net interest income of Rs 1,612 crore, a profit before tax of Rs 960 crore, while a profit after tax of Rs 710 crore. It is an extremely creditable performance for this relatively young enterprise. I see it growing to becoming a truly significant presence in the housing finance market. And now to another wholly owned subsidiary of your company, Bajaj Financial Securities or Bajaj Finserv. Registered with SEBI as a stockbroker and a depository participant, Bajaj Finserv started its business operations in August 2019. With a strong digital platform and 7 branches, it offers DMAT, broking, margin trade financing, financing for offer for sale to retail and HNI clients, and enables funding for new equity listings, that's IPO finance, and ESOP financing. In FY22, it earned a net interest income of Rs 95 crore, profit before tax of Rs 23 crore, while profit after tax was Rs 17 crore. I look forward to this company growing impressively in the years to come. COVID created an unprecedented crisis, especially during the Delta wave. We took multiple initiatives to ensure safety and well-being of our employees and their families, and extended financial and logistical support towards diagnosis and treatment. Further, the Bajaj Group of companies supported mega vaccination drives which administered over 1 million doses of COVID vaccines to beneficiaries in the district of Pune and Aurangabad. In addition, the Bajaj Group contributed Rs 170 crore to provide and support the nationwide fight against COVID, alleviate the immediate on-ground challenges, enhance capabilities and resources. This included the installation of 12 oxygen plants to provide more than 5,000 LPM of oxygen supply to rural and urban hospitals, plus respiratory support equipment like oxygen concentrators, ventilators and BiPAP machines. The pandemic took a toll in FY22, with your company losing 25 employees to COVID. Support was extended to the families of the deceased employees under the Family Assistance Program, which covered financial support to these families for 48 months and educational assistance to their children till the age of 21. As of today, none of us know when the next strain of COVID will arrive and how infectious it may be. However, with the success of our nationwide vaccination program, sufficient stocks of oxygen and adequate hospital beds, plus the fact that all Indians of the age of 18 and above can now get booster shots, I think we have reasons to believe that the next round may not lead to the kind of personal and economic devastation brought about by the Delta variant. As a nation, we have learned how to cope with this pandemic, and your company is certainly organizationally and digitally well prepared to ensure that it will continue growing its business as expected. Therefore, I am optimistic of your company's growth and of its ability to deliver superior performance and greater shareholder value. I thank you for your continued support and confidence in us. May we as a nation do better than before. Take care and stay well.